Two guys, one show, no brains. You just took a dive into the Redwater Show with your hosts, Red and Water. We take on a variety of topics with the unifying theme of whatever the hell we want. Stay tuned for what we got in this episode. Hello there! This is the Redwater Show, and I am your host, Water.
And I am the co-host, Red.
Yes, what do we got coming up in the show today? Well, we've got the usual, or at least I suppose it could be considered usual at this point, Yahoo Answers, feedback on relationship drama. We've got dramatic reading. We are continuing our ongoing audiobook series of the infamous fanfiction, My Immortal. We're going to give you our thoughts on Borders, and they're closing their doors. In fact, they closed in my area at least about 3 days ago.
I know shit.
And what was that?
No, I know Borders. They closed down probably exactly the same time. This is California, so
yeah, we're in Cali. I don't know. Mine closed, I believe, on Friday. Could be wrong. And finally, we have an interesting Common Sense Media article. And if you don't know what Common Sense Media is, well, that doesn't matter. I will tell you. But first, we should do some introductions. Since this is going to be our first real pilot, we're broadcasting live on a free radio stream through Shoutcast. It's not... I'm sure nobody's listening right now besides my laptop, which is recording for the sake of testing our sound quality and how we're coming through.
For archival purposes, I'm sure.
Well, I have another recording for archives, but I thought we'd best do our introductions again because the demo I put up on our site will probably not stay there for long because it's still not very good. So hopefully this turns out a lot better. I am Water. That's not my real name, by the way. I'm a student at a state university. I'm a gamer, and I raid in World of Warcraft. Yep, I'm a hardcore raider. And I'm a casual and kind of former anime fan. And, yeah, those are my labels. How about you, Red?
Yes, I'm Mr. Red, not to be confused with any other Mr. Reds you might have heard prior to this, like any rappers or Quentin Tarantino characters.
Yo, Mr. Red. What up, G?
What up, Wada? Wada foo?
Wada foo?
Anywho, yes, I am Red. You can just call me Red, I don't care. I fall in the same line, or realm of gamerdom. I roll with a local land group here called the Advanced Civilization.
I am no longer part of the land group in our my former area, your current area.
Yeah, yes.
So
you
sad.
Used to live here, but now you're in,
City. The city,
yeah.
Which apparently my girlfriend told me it's actually called the city. I was like, well, the city can refer to any area that is a city when you are in fact not in the city. And you say, I'm going to the city. But I digress.
Yeah, exactly. And other than gaming and LANing and running around, I simply I've been getting into writing a little bit, and since I've been taking this creative writing class, just and giggles, just to fill out my credit requirement, because I too am a college student like Mr. Water. So.
And you're a writer. What have you been writing?
Just small, short blips of fiction here and there.
Oh, okay. And I noticed you were playing, or attempting to play some Deus Ex when I popped onto Steam to tell you to get your ass on Skype. So I hope that's working out for you.
Just started Deus Ex Human Revolutions, and it's tickling my fancies right now. Oh, love it.
Indeed. Well, I suppose we should actually start the show for realsies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can interact with the Redwater Show by emailing redwater.show@gmail.com. You can find our website with archives and resources on the topics and music that we use in our show at redwatershow.podomatic.com. Also on the Podomatic site, we have links to the live stream. This show airs lives on Mondays from 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time, even though we're not actually streaming at 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, it's almost 2. Close enough.
Indeed. So, the email, yes, we thrive on your input, all 0 of you listeners. And we would like you for us to, you can email in whatever you'd like, death threats, suggestions, proclamations of everlasting love, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why
wouldn't you?
Yeah. This is our pilot, so please try to give us some feedback on, like, our bed music. Is it appropriate? Is it not working out? Is the volumes messed up on everything? Are people clipping? I know we're trying to sort out all that technical stuff before this, but, we can't do everything perfectly the first time.
Tis a pilot. Forgiving are, of course, in order.
Yeah, but let's not let that be an excuse.
No. We pride ourselves on quality here at the Redwater Productions.
And with that, we should get started on our topics. Our first topic is Borders has closed. I don't have a news article for this because who cares? Everyone knows it. The infamous chain of bookstores, Borders, has shut its doors, and as we mentioned earlier, in my area at least, it was, I believe, last Friday. What were your initial reactions when you heard that Borders was closing?
Well, to me, I was just thinking, they're overpriced, just like Barnes & Noble, but I guess, through some clever marketing and corporate mishandlings on Borders' end, they just couldn't compete with Barnes, so they decided, we're going to liquidate everything.
It was confusing to me, honestly, because I kind of consider them one and the same, and yet Borders was the one to fall, at least for now. I'm sure Barnes & Noble won't last too long. But I did read a few articles about basically people discussing why it shut down. And the reasons seem to be basically the corporate end of Borders started kind of taking control over each bookstore, and the employees weren't really able to kind of stock the books that and like display books that they liked and that kind of thing. And they were forced to start, putting in all this, that kind of cheesy crap that Borders sells, like toys.
All the little blankets.
All the little baubles and stuff that has no relation to books or even media. So that's, I suppose, one popular theory on why they've shut down. There are also allegations that they didn't know how to use the internet properly or something of that nature. They had some agreement with Amazon, and Amazon just totally got the better end of that deal.
Electronic transactions for books are rising anyway.
Yeah. I actually considered getting one of the ebook readers because they were like diving in price, but they were sold out when I went to get it for cheap. Speaking of which, that is basically the only reason I care about this topic, is because I have been regularly visiting my local Borders like every few days, looking for price drops. It went from like 10% to 20% to 40%, 60%, 70%, and then I believe I went the second to last day, and everything was 90% off. It was great.
Holy balls, man.
I bought quite a lot of stuff there, actually. I looked through the music section like religiously, trying to dig up some, obscure metal. Strangely enough, I did find some obscure metal and got it for a reasonable price. And yeah, it was. I wasn't really sad so much as pleased that I could finally get something at a reasonable price there. So.
shit, we're the average consumer. Come on, of course we want to pay as little as possible.
We want to pay as little as possible. We deserve the best for our dollar.
Always. Come on, I mean, we're the unwashed masses. We need nice shiny baubles. We need nice shiny things.
Precisely. Did you get a chance to go into any Borders during the closing sale?
Yes, I did. On my recent trips to Roseville, up off of Douglas and Eureka Boulevard. Well, not exactly Eureka Boulevard, but Eureka is where
I'm sure nobody knows where that is, anyways. So
it's where our senators in Congress offices are located. Just nothing important there. But anywho, I went to that Borders. I thought I picked up a few bits of music, like you did, and I picked up a couple books. But then I realized, I'd rather just go to the library and check these books out. So I dumped the books, and I found I could probably get the music cheaper somewhere else anyway. So I ended up not buying anything. I was not one of the vultures picking the bones of...
I did a lot of picking up of stuff and not buying, at least towards the beginning when it was very low discounts. But once it got higher up, I was picking a few things. Anyways, that was our requisite news segment. I'm only doing that because, we should. And it's not really news either, who cares? But let's get on to our favorite topic, the Yahoo Answers.
Ooh, yes, the next topic.
Yes, for those who are not aware, and I don't know who wouldn't be, Yahoo Answers is a place where people can ask questions about a whole range of topics. And there's really no barrier to entry for asking a question, which of course lends itself to some amusing ones being asked, or at least... pitiful.
This is the internet, after all.
Yeah. So, basically what we do is, every week, we pick out a few choice Yahoo Answers. I basically browse, look for stuff that hasn't been replied to, that kind of thing.
Pawing the litter box for a few nuggets of gold.
Exactly. We may, if we get enough listeners to send in questions, we may just completely... have this be taken over by listener questions, but of course we're nowhere near that point yet. So for now, we answer the random internet people's questions. So I will go ahead and read the first one. This is from Skylar. What's with his look he gives me? There's a guy in my class who I have known for 2 years. We are friends and I do like him, smiley face. Sometimes I would see him at the corner of my eye, glancing or staring at me. Sometimes looks straight into my face if I'm not looking, and looks away when I look. My best friend knows how much I like him, and she noticed his weird facial expression. It has no real smile or frown, just a straight face with a hidden smile. He has been doing this for quite a while, and I have no idea if it's a hate look or what.
Well, sister, I think he's really giving you the eye there.
Not being able to see his face, I would probably guess he's creeping, but maybe I'm just too cynical.
Not enough detail, definitely. More detail.
Yeah.
We require more detail.
Yes. Longer posts so we won't read them, because we're only doing the short ones. But... I would say if you've known him for 2 years and you are friends... how old are you guys? Is he hitting puberty?
Well, he could be in high school.
Yeah. He could be having a boner in class or something and is very inconspicuous about it.
Just glancing around, just matching everybody's looks, seeing, okay, just... Are they looking at my crotch? Are they looking at my hell? I know
they're looking at my crotch. Exactly.
We get all self-conscious.
Not much else to say about that. We should continue on. Try to make sure we don't run out of time. No, we're good on time. Okay. Metal M. Metal says, does she still interested? And by the way, I'm not correcting people's mistakes, if you couldn't tell. We have dated one time, comma. Then I text her, comma. She was replying, but not asking question, to continue a conversation, comma. And when I asked her out again, she said she has overtime, and sorry I can't. Is that mean game over, or I am too sensitive?
I got a feeling if you poke this guy, he just might explode from all the tension that he's wrapped himself up in.
Yeah, get over her, pretty much. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Even if it's not over, even if there was potential, she kind of blows you off too much for there to be anything worthwhile there, in my opinion.
Yeah, you might as well. Hold on. As well
I keep forgetting to put the disclaimer in front of this. We're not responsible for any of the stupid advice of yours or of ours that you take to heart. So do not come crying to us.
No, come crying to us. We want your input. Give us your feedback.
User-driven content, aka laziness, or whatever.
Hey, we stroke your egos, we stroke this show. Just for you.
Alright, let's have you read one. Let's have you read Jake.
Mr. Jake. Oh, this one falls along the line of an X question, except this guy's a little bit more filled out here.
Yeah.
Alright, Mr. Jake. Does my ex-girlfriend want me back? So, I'm 26, and my ex is now 26 too. We were together for 9 months, and we broke up because she said she wasn't happy, and she thinks she is depressed. We have been broken up for almost 2 weeks now, and we have sent a few texts back and forth since. 2 days ago, I sent her a long text that I missed, and now how much she meant to me and how I wanted her back because I truly see a future with her. She texted back things that she was too stressed with her getting her master's and didn't want to think about it in relationships. I just told her that I agreed school is very important. Then the next day she invited me out to lunch. Then at lunch she wanted to go see a movie, The Idiot Brother. It was good! And then that was it. We didn't talk anything
I seriously doubt that claim.
Hey,
but go on.
And that was it. We just didn't talk anything serious, just hung out and enjoyed each other's company. Does she want to get back together with me? Well, maybe not. Maybe yes.
Maybe there's such a thing as platonic friendships. I don't know. I've never heard of one in real life.
I mean, you're my buddy, aren't you?
Clearly. You were together for 9 months and broke up. And broken up for 2 weeks. And
you might be feeling some she might also be feeling some residual feelings too. Just kind of wants to get down to it. I mean,
yeah. If I had to guess, she's probably testing the waters again, see if it's feasible to continue this old flame.
So answer is it's definitely a yes, because hey. If you take it easy...
Wait. Does she want to get back together with me? I don't know about that. That was like the trial run, right? And just to evaluate, the pros and cons and all that. So it's possible. I would say it's definitely possible.
She claims that school is starting to take over, so I guess like a lot of stress has been happening around her, so... Maybe you guys didn't need to break up. Maybe you just needed to chill for a little bit. Take a step back, give each other some space, and then just hang. Just chill, man.
I mean, I know a master's hard work. Not that I would know from personal experience or anything, but it's. I would say, yeah, you just shouldn't be putting any pressure on her. I would not. I think the worst thing you could do right now is put more pressure on her to get back together with you, because that's just going to drive her away.
Oh yeah, because girls, they'll think about relationships quite a bit. So
not to make any gross generalizations or anything.
No,
right?
no. But I mean, they love. The girls are more into the relationship sort of thoughts. Just in generalities. So
well, so am I.
So,
I think this type.
What are you, a girly
relationship man? Type? Yes, I'm a girly man. No, I think it's just a personality type that cares about relationships, and I think obviously this guy does have investment in relationships, obviously.
Yes.
And probably she does
too.
This
guy or anything.
But, oh yeah, I wish him the best of luck, but don't make an ass of yourself, because then you'll lose any chance you might have had. So
yeah, like we said, just take it easy. Back off a little bit. Just hey, she's stressed. Let her do her school for a little bit. So obviously 2 weeks is a pretty good time to chill. So getting back together, maybe you guys can just hang and be friends. And then if you guys want to get a little bit deeper than that, then go ahead.
You can go see more crappy movies together, and maybe you'll bond again.
Yeah, go rent. Don't mess with the Zohan. Be sentimental. Share the same barf bucket. I don't know.
Yes, yeah, good advice. All right, we can continue on. This was my favorite question I picked out. Not the least of which because of its numerous spelling errors and hilarious internet speak. Tubsy writes, "What is a herp derp? Someone say to me. When someone says derp, what do IT mean?" Well, we are former experts of the herp and derp, having been the Herp and Derp Variety Hour in our previous incarnation. So what would you say when someone says derp? What do IT mean?
Well, I think it means herp.
Derp?
Well, herp, man. Derp. Doop de doop de doop doop de doodly doop. Little South Park reference right there.
I think, considering your spelling skills, they're probably making fun of you.
If they're calling you a herp, then you're dumb. If they're calling you a derp, then you're dumb. Or you need to just check your spelling online.
Oh,
because me and Mr. Water are proud grammar Nazis, here to cleanse the earth of all illiterate.
Yes, in our abridged series, we have that one sponsored by the Grammar Nazism Association, or whatever. That one episode where we made all those unintentional grammar mistakes and then made fun of them. Whatever.
How do we know they weren't intentional?
Because we're grammar Nazis, we would never make unintentional grammar mistakes. Yeah. All right, that's about all you can say about that. It's a nice two-line question. Should have been a two-line answer. Courtney, what to write in fiance's birthday card? I'm getting my fiance either Kanye West or Jay-Z tickets or NY Giants tickets. I have to buy them after his birthday, and I'm not sure which one I'm buying yet. So what should I write in the card? What I'm getting him? I want it to be cute but creative. Any ideas?
Well, I'm not feeling quite witty today, but you try and come up with some rap about baseball. Who knows?
Roses are red, violets are blue. You have taste in music. And I don't know. I should have written that down beforehand.
I got one. The Giants are orange. Kanye is black. Your taste in music is bad, and sports is quite whack. The end.
That's perfect. You are the crown jewel of this show. You make it all worthwhile.
Yes.
I am just the bumbling fool that's reading the questions and asking you for your opinion because I didn't think about it beforehand. So,
I literally just can't put that on the spot. Come on.
I know you're much better at improvisation because obviously you're a more poetic soul than I am. So,
you flatter me.
This one though, and this might be the last one. We still have about 5 minutes left. We can do a previous one if we need to. This one I do have thoughts on. I actually did think about this one for reals before coming on the air and making a fool of myself. Altaf Barakat asks, what is a good last name for Chrono? I'm getting the option of a name change. I've been really fond of the name Chrono for ages, but I never think of a last name. So can anyone help? Much thanks.
Trigger, win the internet. Game over. We're done. Let's move on.
Yeah, that was your answer. My answer was, you should take a leaf out of a certain Beatles girlfriend, and you should call yourself Chrono Ono, because that's a terrible name. Who would honestly change their name to Chrono?
That's
like something.
Legally? Or is this just
apparently.
a screen name?
I'm pretty sure it's legally, because what kind of screen name has a last name? But honestly, there's enough stupid names given to children in the world by stupid parents. You don't need to contribute to that. Most people change their name from, like, Moonshine to John. You don't need to go from a reasonable name like Altaf to Chrono.
Hey, he's his own person. He can do what he wants. Just pick Trigger.
Oh yeah, I mean he can do whatever the hell he wants, but I'm just gonna make fun of him for it. Because personally, I think Chrono's the stupid. Yeah, Chrono Trigger. Okay, that if we're gonna be practical, Chrono Trigger is clearly the name of choice. Just because, why not? If you're having a ridiculous name like Chrono, you might as well have a ridiculous last name like Trigger. You might run into some copyright issues though. I don't know if you can change your name to something that's copyrighted. Who knows?
I'm sure nobody would mind. I don't think lawyers would, sue you for your name.
Sue you for your name. It's like, how dare you? How dare you? Well, I don't know. I'd actually have to do some research on that. Maybe next show I can dig up an article about copyright infringement in names. And see what the law has to say about that.
Yeah, I know. A long time ago, I think some vegetarian activist changed his name legally to No Meat or something like that. So it says so on his driver's license, whatever organization he was promoting as his name.
What was it, like PETA or something?
No, it wasn't. Well, might as well be PETA, but it was pretty crazy. God damn it. I need to remember that too, but just off the top of my head, some guy actually did that, and people do that all the time. They'll change their names and just to promote a cause.
Just to promote a cause.
Yeah, this guy's doing it for sin giggles. So hey, if we're gonna do it for sin giggles, why not do it after a good old SNES game? Well,
then I should change my name to Water for Dead Babies. Because that is a cause I can get behind.
I'll go ahead and just change my name to Mr. Red and try out for Reservoir Dogs 2, directed by Michael Bay.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Alright, we have just enough time for one short question, and I think I will just go ahead and do this. This one says short in the title. Jameson Ellison, help! Please, I need to get an idea of what to do. 1 year younger than me, but looks 1 year older. Very cute, nice voice, nice eyes, nice hair, nice everything. I am pretty. No zits or glasses. Long hair, copper eyes. Smart. Very. We have one class together. Band class. I play F horn. He play bari sax. He checks me out all the time. I see his eyes on me constantly. I want to get to know him. Help. You want to get to know him in the biblical sense, I assume?
Okay, band class. You play the F horn. I'm gonna assume that's the horn, and you play bari sax. And
like Raz Sax,
raspberry sax.
You should.
Well, if
you
should meant
tell
berry
him.
sax, then hey,
Yeah.
you've already got just get the Jello shots and Barry White music going, and you've got you've got a
What
party
you should
right
do is go up to him and make some classy innuendo about putting your French horn in his berry sax, and I'm sure that'll get him riled up. And you'll go and have awesome sex, and it'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be lots of fun.
Unless you guys are like minors and sort of thing, in which case don't do drugs, kids, or sex. Yeah.
Don't. Drugs are fine. Sex, not yet. Wait until you're 18.
just make sure.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, you should definitely get to know him.
Save yourself for marriage. It's good for you.
We have something like we have a semi-related topic coming up, actually, about that.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
we'll wait for that. Wait for that, though.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil that. That's probably my second favorite, maybe favorite topic of this episode. Okay, we have reached the approximate halfway mark, and basically what we're going to do is we are going to take a leaf out of Much Better podcast books, and we're going to put in a music break. Yay! And yay! So every week on the show, we'll be playing something free, or at the very least, incredibly obscure and unsigned, that we find worthwhile of sharing. And obviously, we don't want to get sued by the RIAA or anything like that. Oh, I should that.
RIAA.
Yeah, I should play that song like next week or something. Anyways, Red did not give me any input on the music choices, at least this week. But
hey,
I'm certain I'm not a very good one. But I'm pretty sure you don't. You're fine with this music choice, right? Right?
I love Plid. Plid's cool.
Yeah. All right. So this week we have an old favorite of Red and I, the electro-pop band of an anime dub actor. That dub actor is Chris Patton, if you know him. He played Sosuke Sagara in Full Metal Panic, and a bunch of other people. Don't know what he's doing nowadays. I think he doesn't do anime dubbing anymore. Could be wrong. Anyways, shortly after he left this group, Plid, they stopped being active, which is kind of sad because they were pretty fun. I did manage to see them live at an anime convention before this happened, and they were pretty great and pretty fabulous. And you'll see why, or hear why. And this track is probably our favorite off of the EP that they sold at the convention. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. If I ever go to Plid, usually I'll either play this one first or last.
Definitely.
Never in the middle.
This one and Superhuman are probably the best, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
So, here for your
without
listening pleasure... Well, yes, without further ado, for your listening pleasure is Plid with Let Down Nightlife Remix. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. Is that nice? All good?
Oh yeah, soothing.
All right. So, continuing on as though nothing happened. This section I've amusingly dubbed Fangs for the Memories. In our demo 2 weeks ago, was it? Right? Because last Monday was Labor Day, we didn't have a show.
Yeah.
We decided to start a dramatic reading series, kind of make our own audiobook of the infamous fanfiction My Immortal. If you've never heard of My Immortal, Red, you know this pretty well, this backstory. Can you relate it again?
Alright, My Immortal is a fan fiction done by Ebony Dementia Ravenway, or at least that's her screen name, and she is a gothic chick who...
Gothic with an F.
Gothic. And she's
Gothic.
the ultimate stereotype of everything that's just bad
Mallcore,
about...
Hot Topic kids? Yeah.
Yeah, those kind of kids. And she wrote I don't know if you can even call it a fanfic. It's more like a weird insertion of her ideal self into a Harry Potter universe with altered Harry Potter characters.
It's a self-insert fanfiction. Self-insert Mary Sue fanfiction, in fact.
Yeah, it is a self-insert Mary Sue fanfiction, but it's just done so outrageously oddly, and it's written hilariously bad in some areas. It's just, oh man! After the fourth
we'd best
chapter,
get started. The spelling and grammar is somewhat bad in the beginning, but it gets a lot worse because Bloody Tears 666 stops editing, and she basically edits herself, or rather doesn't edit herself. So we best get started. Do you want me to read this one, or do you want you to read it? Wait. How about you do the author's note again, and I can do. You'll be the author's note person, at least for this show.
No problem.
We may switch it around.
There's only one author's note at the top, and to begin...
No, there's one in the middle.
Oh, there's one in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There it is. Okay, I see it.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
And to begin, thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. BTW, preps, stop flaming my story, okay?
The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow...
Raven, this is you.
Woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she exclaimed. She said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked, as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so-fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Guess what, he said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my king god, I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band, besides MCR. Well, ... Do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. Oh, I am enthralled. So, we can't just read it. We obviously have to give our thoughts. Now, who is your favorite character in this story and why?
Well, I think he's going to come in later, but I'm pretty sure it has
Dumbledore?
to be
Dumbledore?
Dumbledore.
I'm kind of a big fan of Hargrid myself, but...
Oh, Hargrid.
Hargrid. We still haven't seen him.
Yes, he'll come much later.
I rather like the use of metaphor... Wait, no. There's no metaphor in this chapter. Well, I kind of like the use of detail. It's very how would you put it?
Edited.
What was that?
Edited.
Edited. The descriptions are very short and to the point. They don't give unnecessary information. They help establish the character. All the details in this chapter are in the perfect places. You know, I think what's most important in this chapter, obviously, is the clothes that she is wearing and the makeup she is putting on. Not, yes, you know, the conversations they're having or the setting or anything like that.
It's always about the clothes, girl.
The clothes. The clothes are by far the most important aspect of the story, and I'm very happy that she explained in explicit detail what kind of clothes she was wearing. I would be very disappointed if she spent more time on stupid stuff like, you know, plot and character development and setting, and didn't spend enough time on the clothes.
Of course,
that is my critical analysis for this chapter.
And I couldn't agree with you anymore.
Fabulous. Well, that's about all we got. Well, no, not for the show. We still have one more very nice topic. And I know apparently we have very different opinions on this. We didn't talk about it too much, right? But I know you were more amused than angry at this, and I was more angry than amused at this. Okay, so Common Sense Media. If you've never heard of it, you can go check it out. It's at commonsensemedia. Is it org or com? I think it's com.
I'm pretty sure that's an org.
Oh, it's org? All right. Basically what it is it's kind of one of those watchdog groups that reviews media with particular attention to content for children.
Is it safe?
And it's not the most wacky, insane one that's out there on the internet. You know, they often have, I guess, reasonable advice and reasonable reviews of like content, but oftentimes pretty much everything has this kind of spin on it, where they basically pick out anything that might be possibly offensive to a young child's ears. But this is not so much about their politics so much as I discovered a show that is coming. Apparently, I didn't know this, but TV is coming back this month. Like, the television will be playing TV. Because yes. I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know. But yes, I do know the television season is starting up again. And they had this article on like teen TV shows that are coming up this season. And this one caught my eye. It's called Suburgatory, and it's airing on ABC. And I'm going to use the wonders of technology to play you a little clip from the trailer. I'm not going to play the whole trailer, because the important part's in like the first 30 seconds. But, here we go.
Tessa, this is Dahlia. Dahlia is your buddy. Buddies are volunteers who show new students around the school.
Buddies are not your friends.
Not necessarily, no.
Have you ever thought of maybe calling them something else?
That look said it all. This is going to be my new life now, and all because of something I call Condom Gate. So Dad bubble wrapped my life and moved us from here to here. Welcome to Suburgatory.
That's quite enough of that. So if you couldn't catch it,
what we just heard?
Oh yeah, this was basically ripped from the the trailer for Suburgatory. And the Common Sense Media article describes it as this. Parents need to know that this clever fish-out-of-water comedy features a top-notch cast and plenty of edgy humor. Blah 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 stars as Tessa, a cool city kid who's whisked off to the supposedly safe suburbs when her dad finds a package of condoms in her dresser drawer. She and her dad arrive to find a cast of wacky suburban characters, like a pot roast-wielding Sheila Shea, played by Saturday Night Live's Blah 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 Herp de Derp. Okay. I'm not sure if we should start with my opinion on this or yours. Should we go with the more grave, serious social implications, or just the hilarity that you find in it?
Well, you're the hostess with the mostest, so sure,
all right.
go. Let's see how bad this is.
I found this. I found this 10 days ago, so obviously I'm not quite as upset as I was back then. This show is rather... the premise just rubs me the wrong way for possibly obvious reasons. Okay. If I were a parent...
Deep breath.
Okay, if I were a parent, and I wouldn't be because I hate kids, and I found in my lovely teenage daughter's drawer, why I am looking through her drawer of clothes, I have no idea.
I know some parents that do that kind of, so...
And I found a box of condoms. I would breathe a great sigh of relief. For one thing, apparently, I am a terrible parent and don't teach my kid about safe sex, or in fact, bestow upon her condoms of her own, because I'm a terrible parent, and I am relieved that she had the balls to go find this stuff out on her own, because I clearly didn't. So, when in this wacky suburban whatever the hell comedy, this dad finds condoms, and what does he do? He basically commits, like, child abuse by uprooting them and moving them to the suburbs, displacing, like... I can think of no stupider reasons to move than finding a box of condoms in your daughter's drawer.
Oh no, my daughter is becoming sexually active. Quickly, move!
I'm like... Of all the things you could find in her drawer, like Virgin Vagina's CD, or... by the way, that's a reference for another time. Or, you know, crack cocaine, or cough syrup.
A dragon dildo.
Yeah. Seriously? Condoms? Is he just, like, trying to...
What sort of dad is this supposed to be exactly that's based off real life?
Oh, yeah, real life. And honestly, if I were this kid, I definitely would call Child Protective Services. Because... there's so much more I was going to say about this, about how it basically is a sign that our culture is not really getting any more sex positive towards women, or indeed towards teenagers at all. And it's just perpetrating this stupid, like, bull...
Chastity, Renaissance, yeah. You know, Victorian sort of mindset that we're just stuck in. Come on, I mean... Look at frickin' Europe, for God's sake. I mean, they've got the naked news and tits on billboards everywhere. I love it.
It's just... I know this is supposed to be funny and all that, and you're not really supposed to, like, empathize with the dad for doing this, but that's not the point. It's not the point. It's like... It's not funny. I don't find this... like mistrust, and not even like mistrust, but misplaced concern for someone's purity. All this really, it doesn't even like tell the dad that she's sexually active. It just tells him that, you know, she cares about safe sex. I mean, she could just have it done just in case. Yeah, what possessed him to do this? Like, Okay, basically the idea is, he thinks the city is too dangerous for his daughter now. Too dangerous? The suburbs is supposedly less dangerous in terms of like, sexual freedom? Are you kidding me? Like...
You know, I've got
that's about all I can say, honestly.
I've got a hand in a dick. I can find sexual freedom anywhere. Personally, at least. But in all seriousness, yeah. And that's just the beginning of the premise. We're not even going to dive. I don't know. Mr. Water.
Water.
Mr. Water. Freaking. Do you even want to get into the actual characters, like, that this chick meets?
Oh, no, it's okay. Besides that whole premise thing, it's the usual BS. Like, stereotypes abound. Really, just occasionally borderline offensive. You know, characterization.
I don't think it's borderline offensive. I think it's completely offensive.
Like, there's this joke. Let me fast forward here.
So Dad bubble wrapped my... Welcome to Suburgatory.
They're people, okay? Just like you and me.
Pretty ironic that a...
Did you just hear that? Alright. Alright, now if you were to guess, what person was playing that music? Pretend like you'd never seen this trailer. Yeah.
Come on. It's
okay.
Don't.
Spoiler. It was a white chick, and I don't know if that makes it more or less offensive. Honestly, they're people too, just like you and me, even if they have terrible taste in music.
Look, daughter, it's another human.
It's
not like you've seen those in the city before, have you?
It's just funny to me that, like, later down in the Common Sense Media article, they never really go into, like, sociological problems with these kind of things. They just say, expect lots of sexually laced jokes and language. Gangbanger, nimbo, get laid, screw, crap, biatch, bastard, and some over-the-top stereotypes about city and suburban dwellers.
Over the top is an understatement.
Every once in a while, I try to pop my head in and see what TV is doing these days, and it's invariably the same crap. So I'm sure I had more thought-provoking thoughts to share, but I just kind of lost it.
Well,
should have written some stuff down, honestly.
I really like what they wrote in the article. Just to come full circle. She and her dad arrive to find a cast of wacky suburban characters who both irritate and charm the jaded teen, who soon begins to realize that even though she's unlikely to ever drink as much sugar-free Red Bull as her new peers, she may find a place to call home in. Sugar-free Red Bull and smokeless tobacco and all of these family-friendly things that, should be evil, but do kids really drink or use this kind of stuff, sort of thing?
Wait a minute. Are you implying that, sugar-free Red Bull is not a wholesome activity for children or something?
Well, shoot, Common Sense Media seems to think that this is an important detail here, so...
Really?
I mean...
Are you implying that Common Sense Media, finds this distasteful behavior, the drinking of Red Bull?
Yes, especially for children, because it stunts your growth. Drinking energy drinks, it'll imbalance your sleeping cycle and your health. It's bad for you.
Let's not talk about that. We're running on so little sleep right now. This is such a we both got, what was it, a respective 4 hours of sleep last night. I had a nice chai tea latte before the show.
I think about 12 hours ago, I was in the middle of Sacramento at a buddy's house, just bolting around. So, yeah.
Whew. Alright, well, that was our final topic. I don't think I treated it with the same amount of
levity.
Concentrated bile that I should have, honestly. No, I wasn't hard enough on it. I couldn't remember all the crap I was going to say about this and what it says about society and
future note.
All that.
Future tip. Maybe we should take notes or something.
Yeah, we have an outline for this show, but I definitely ought to take more notes for each topic so that I can better recall all of the complaints I have about this thing. In any case, I will definitely be watching the pilot of that show when it comes out. I don't know about you.
Maybe. I mean, I don't watch ABC and I don't watch TV in general. Just, I'll be...
Well, yeah, me neither, but this is the kind of thing, the kind of train wreck that I like, you know, like reality TV shows. I've watched a fair number of reality TV shows because they're much the same thing, like horrendous stereotypes and poor, like, negative
acting?
Societal norms and... Oh yeah, they're acting.
Like I say, acting in giant metal quotes right there, with a couple exclamation points and question marks.
Yeah. All right, so that is the last topic, and judging from the way the last episode, the demo went, we should not attempt to go beyond our outline.
Yes.
So we are going to end we've just about hit an hour, so it seems we got the timing down. That's our show. Thank you for tuning in. As a reminder, our site is redwatershow.podomatic.com, and our email is redwater.show@gmail.com. If you send something in, try to have the type of email in the subject line, such as topics, suggestions, comments, that sort of thing. It helps us sort through everything easier. Or at least we think it will. We haven't gotten any email yet, besides from ourselves. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. I have been Mr. Water, I suppose I'm called now.
And I am Senor Red, or Rojo. I don't know. I don't care.
Senor Rojo. And that's our show. I'm going to play a nice little drop-in before we... a nice little drop-in to close us out, because I haven't played enough drop-ins this episode.